Alana! Where are you? I'm at the Terrace Cafe on the first floor of Terrace's office building. It's already noon. I think I told you we were meeting at the Terrace Cafe at noon, right? Did you check my calendar invite?
What do you mean, 12? You told me we were going to meet at 1 the other day. And the calendar invite says that too. I thought we were meeting up at 1 p.m. and then heading over to the Terrace Cafe at 2 p.m. to meet the clients.
I'm like 100% sure I told you we were meeting at 12. Maybe you're confusing the time with another meeting. Don't try and make this my fault. You're the one that's late, not me. If you're still at the office, please head over here as soon as possible. The meeting is going to start soon.
All right. I'll head over as soon as possible. I'm still pretty sure you said 1, though. But my bad if I was the one that made a mistake with the time.
It's whatever. Oh, but if you're going to be a little late, that's totally fine.
No, I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm hopping in a taxi as we speak. This was my mistake, so I'll be sure to make up for it.
That's not what I mean, Alana. God, you're so slow. Can't you read between the lines? Richard from the Terrace Group sales team said he'll come get us himself. So it's fine if you're a little late.
What? No, I should, most definitely come now if he's picking us up. I can't make a client wait. I've been working with Richard for a few years now, and I have a feeling he's the type to come to things earlier rather than later. He's pretty fussy about time. God damn it. I messed up big time. This is bad.
Oh, is that so? I had no idea. It's probably not that big of a deal. I'm already here, so I can tell him you're on the way. So, you said you've known Richard for a few years now? Have you been working with the Terrace Group for a while now? This is a long-term client of yours, right?
Yeah, it's been a little over 2 years now. I still have no idea why I'm working with such a big client, but I'm grateful for the opportunity. They can be pretty demanding sometimes, but they grow on you. Pretty solid team they have over there.
I see. And have you been working with Richard for the last 2 years? Or was there another sales rep from there and before Richard took on the account?
Yeah, it's been him from the start. And apparently, it was his first time working with our firm, too. He recently started to come all the way down to the lobby to get me before our meetings. Which is nice of him, but also a little annoying sometimes. Because, like I said, he's super strict on time and tends to be 10 minutes early to everything. It's kind of stressful to keep up with his clock.
All right, good to know. I'll make sure I take note of that in the future. In that case, feel free to come as late as you want.
Did you read any of the things I just sent you? He comes to everything early. He's fussy with time. It's almost like his internal clock runs 10 times faster than the average person or something. Coming late is the worst idea. I don't need that sort of stressor right now, especially while we're wrapping up this next deal with them.
Oh, sweet, sweet, silly Alana. Don't you get it yet? Or do I have to spell it out for you? I'm interested in Richard. Romantically speaking. I like him. And I want to get some one-on-one time with him today. You know, before our meeting. Unfortunately, Richard isn't a regular client of mine. So it's very rare that I get a chance to sit down with him alone. You get it, right?
I guess I get it, but this is work. You're not being paid to find a new boyfriend. And these business meetings are definitely not the place to be hunting for husband material. I'm sorry, but I can't just come late because you're into Richard. He's my long-term client, and there's a huge account on the line right now. So I can't be late for our meetings.
Oh, come on, Alana. Why do you have to be like this? I get that it's work and it's important, but it won't be that long, I promise. Just a few minutes. Can't you help your girl out a little? Or do you like Richard too? I hope we're not competing against the same guy. That would be super awkward.
No. I'm not interested in him that way. Not even the slightest. I'm too busy with work to even think about something like that. But still, this makes me really uncomfortable. I mean, he's my client. And I don't know how I feel about you flirting with him during work hours either.
Well, if you don't have feelings for him, then why does it matter if I talk to him a little bit? I don't get a lot of chances to meet people like him, so I want to make a good impression. Come on, don't be so uptight about it. I get the whole work thing, but I swear I'll make it short.
Well, I'm glad your love life is flourishing or whatever, but I can't let you do this. Look, I'm rooting for you and all that, but I'm not comfortable with letting your private life get in the way of my work. At the end of the day, Richard is our company's client. That takes precedent over anything else. You understand where I'm coming from, don't you? Anyway, I'm heading over there now. I'll be there in a few minutes.
God, you're so boring. Why can't you lighten up a little? This is why you're forever single. Have you even had a boyfriend before? If you want to get married anytime soon, you're gonna have to loosen up a little, Alana. Working all the time doesn't look very good on you. Aren't you embarrassed that you're still single at this age?
Not really, to be honest. I chose this lifestyle for a reason, and I'm quite happy with it too. Besides, this sort of stuff depends on the person too. You know, whether they want to get married or not. I like work, and my goal is to succeed so I can support my family. I think we just have different priorities, Lisa. You find value in romantic relationships. I find value in work. It's as simple as that.
God, you don't have to be so serious all of a sudden. All this talk about work and family is so boring. I was just messing around. If you're coming now, can you leave a little early after the meeting? You can head back to the office before me, and I'll stay behind to talk to Richard a little.
Fine. I'm honestly wasting my time trying to convince you. Do whatever you want. But make it short, okay? We don't want to bother Richard after the meeting. It's still office hours, and there's stuff we have to work on once we get back to the office.
I know. Don't worry about it. I'll come back in time. Anyways, I'll see you in a few. Oh my God, Alana! You won't believe what happened! Okay, so, after you left the meeting, things got super crazy between Richard and me. And he told me he had feelings for me! I had a feeling he liked me too. Isn't that insane?
Oh, wow, that's incredible news, Lisa. Good for you. I'm happy to hear that it went well.
I know, right? I feel like I manifested this. But honestly, I'm not surprised. I've been getting the vibe that he was super into me. He's been checking me out for ages and was always super polite when he was talking to me. And he was never creepy or chauvinistic. Ugh, but imagine me dating someone so hot! He's the creme de la creme of masculinity. Every single woman on this planet is going to be so jealous.
Right, I guess so. I've never really looked at him that way, but I suppose a lot of people would find him attractive.
I know you work with him a lot, so do not even think about falling for him too. Okay? Or else you're gonna have to deal with my rage.
Oh, don't worry about that. There's no way I'm going to ever develop feelings for him.
Are you sure about that? How can anyone resist his looks? Well, I guess you and I are on totally different leagues. No, you wouldn't even think about going for someone like Richard.
What is that supposed to mean?
Ugh, don't make me say it. I mean, you know, our faces, our style, our personalities. The list is never ending. We're in very different categories, if you know what I mean. I'm more of the glamorous, charming type, and you're more on the basic, simple side of the spectrum. We're complete opposites, so I guess I don't have to worry about you getting in between Richard and I.
Oh, okay. That's a bit much. You never know with these things. I'm not interested in Richard, but I also don't think I'm as basic or simple as you say I am. I get that I'm not like you, but I feel like you could have said this in a nicer way. But honestly, this is kind of rude. I helped you out by leaving early, and this is how you thank me? I think it's best you keep this sort of thing to yourself, Lisa.
My bad. I didn't mean to offend you. I was just speaking frankly, as a friend. You know me, I don't have a filter.
Whatever, it's fine. So, what happened? He said he likes you and...
Okay, so are you ready for this? It gets crazier. Richard doesn't want to date unless we're going to get married. Richard wants to marry me! Isn't this so exciting? Makes me want to go all in. I mean, imagine me as Richard's wife? God, a girl can dream. This is everything I wanted and then some.
That's interesting. I never expected Richard to be a marriage kind of guy. He's always seemed so cautious going into new things. I guess you can never fully know someone.
It just means he's that serious about me. You know what they say? If a man wants it, he'll put a ring on it. I can't believe this is happening to me. He's hot and he has a good job. He's literally the full package. I wonder what I did in my past life that I'm being blessed like this.
Right. Good for you. I'm happy for you and all that jazz, but are you good? I have to get back to work and I can't keep texting you. There's still so much for me to get through tonight. And that includes Richard's project, too.
Fine. God, you're really boring. Why can't you have a little fun? All the best on the terrace project. You better do good. For Richard and I.
Thanks, I guess. And have a good rest of the day, too. I'll see you at the office.
Oh my God, Alana! Richard just proposed to me. It's finally happening. I am going to be Mrs. Lisa Winslet.
Look, that's great and all, but where are you? I need to talk to you about some issues related to the terrace account. Ugh, but from the sound of things, I feel like you're still at Richard's office.
Oops, I am most definitely still at his office.
God, Lisa! But it's been hours since our meeting with them. You stayed there this whole time? Come on, you should know better than that. I get that you two have a relationship, but he's still our client. You could have delayed his other obligations by staying for so long. And I shouldn't have to say any of this to you. It's still work hours. Please come back as soon as possible.
Blah, blah, blah. Can't you congratulate me, Alana? Richard proposed to me. He asked me to marry him. I get that work is important and all, but you could at least say congratulations. Or are you jealous of me for getting married before you?
Lisa, I don't care about your love life or whether you get married before me. I'm talking about our job. You need to come back. I realize there's an issue with the terrace project and have been running around trying to resolve the issue. We need you back here as soon as possible. There's work we have to do. Work! Your job! It's all hands on deck, Lisa.
Fine. I'll come back. Give me a second. Ugh. Can't I gloat a little bit? I just got the sweetest piece of news, but I can't even enjoy it one bit.
You can celebrate the engagement all you want. But can you do that after work? I don't understand why this is something I have to even explain to you. We're still not sure where the problem is coming from, so I'm looking into everything one by one. I've been in meetings all afternoon trying to sort this out. So please, come back ASAP. I need you here.
Relax. I'm getting on the taxi now. I'll be there soon.
Hey, Lisa. Just listened to your voice message. Why'd you tell me to text you all of a sudden? Is something going on?
Hey, Alana. Thanks a bunch for getting back to me. So, there's something I'm going to be announcing to the rest of the company tomorrow morning. But I wanted to tell you beforehand, since we work together so much and all.
What is it?
Are you ready for this? It's going to blow your mind. Richard and I are officially getting married.
Okay. You already told me that, though.
But it really looks like he wanted to lock me down as soon as possible. 'Tis the life of a femme fatale.
Well, congratulations to you, Lisa. I'm glad the situation is working out for you. But I'm honestly quite surprised. I didn't expect Richard to move this fast. He's always been more of the careful type. Never in a million years would I have thought Richard would propose to someone so quickly. This is so unlike him.
Well, like I said, he probably wanted to lock me down before some other guy got to me. Anyway, there's something else I wanted to tell you. Since I'm accepting the proposal and getting married, I decided to resign from my position.
Wait, excuse me? What do you mean, resign? You're just joking, right? Have you talked to management already? I mean, what did Rebecca say?
Yeah, of course I talked to management. I talked to Rebecca this morning, and she tried to stop me from leaving. But I put my foot down and told her I'm resigning today. I had my resignation letter ready, so she couldn't say no. Honestly, I wanted to quit for a very, very long time. I hate this job, and just working in general isn't for me. So I made a pact with myself a while back that I'd resign once I got married.
It sounds like you forced Rebecca into accepting your resignation, though. I mean, I get that everyone has a different philosophy towards work, but I feel like there's a universally acceptable way of quitting, right? Also, did you think about how your resignation would affect the rest of us? I mean, that whole situation with the terrorist account ended up being your fault.
The past is the past, Alana. You don't have to keep bringing that up. There's nothing I can do to change what happened. I messed up. I apologized. And now, I move forward. You know? Plus, I dealt with the problem this entire week, didn't I? It's not like I didn't do anything for the team.
That's literally your job. You're acting like you went above and beyond for this project. And you got through this week with our help. We spent hours sitting down with you to pluck out the weeds and fix up the account. We had to delay the project because of the situation. But I feel like you're taking everything so lightly. I mean, all of us stayed up for hours to deal with your mess.
And I'm grateful for all the things you did for me. Of course I am. But I already made up my mind. Nothing can make me go back on this decision. I'm doing this for myself. I need to quit so that I can live the life I've always wanted. Once I resign, I can commit myself to being a housewife and live the sort of carefree life I've always dreamed of.
But did you think about how your resignation would affect Richard too? He's still our client, Your mishaps and your resignation is probably going to end up hurting him too. I mean, have you even talked to Richard about this? Is he okay with you resigning?
No, I haven't told him yet. And I don't plan on telling him until after we get married. I'm planning on surprising him with the big news after our wedding. He's probably going to be over the moon. I'm cute, I can cook, I can clean. A frickin' triple threat!
Lisa, can you please slow down for a second? Please, I'm begging you to reconsider this. Can't you wait another week? You'll have your entire marriage to be the housewife triple threat that you are. But we need you here still. I get that I'm asking you to change your plans, but could you at least consider where I'm coming from? If you told me in advance that you were thinking about quitting, I could have planned ahead so that we weren't so reliant on you to keep the terrace account moving. It's a bit irresponsible to tell me on the day of your resignation.
Nope, that's not happening. I already made up my mind. I've been wanting to quit for ages. I'm not going to back out now just because it inconveniences you. I joined this company because I want to bag a man like Richard. Now that I have him, there's no reason for me to stay here.
Ugh. All that hard work we put in, and now this. It's fine. Just do whatever you want then. I should have known better. We'll figure out what to do from here.
Oh my god, you're pissed. You're definitely mad at me. Well, not that that concerns me anymore. Good luck with everything. And wish me luck on my marriage with Richard. Adios. Hey, Alana. Are you at the terrace office right now? You're usually there at this time on Thursdays, right? Hey! Can you respond? I know you saw the messages. Don't ignore me.
What do you want, Lisa? I thought we talked about everything we needed to talk about yesterday. And yes, I'm at their office right now.
That's what I thought. I have a question. Is Richard there right now?
Yeah, he is. We're about to go into our meeting soon. Is there a problem?
Ugh. Why isn't he picking up his phone? Can you do me a favor and ask him something for me? Can you ask him what his apartment number is? I told him that I'll come over and cook dinner for him earlier today, but I think he forgot to send me the address.
You want to know Richard's private address? Like, where he lives? You're his girlfriend, but you've never been to his place?
I've been to the area near his apartment and met up with him in front of the building a few times, but I've never been inside.
Why don't you ask him yourself? You have his number, right? We're busy dealing with the mess you left behind. I don't think he has the time to talk to you right now anyway. Maybe try him later?
Oh, come on! Can't you help me out a little? I'm literally carrying a boatload of groceries and standing in front of his apartment. I look so silly. Look, the thing is, I don't have his number, so I can't message him.
What? Why don't you know his number? That literally makes no sense. I'm so confused. You're his girlfriend, but you don't know his phone number? How do you two even communicate?
You know Richard. He's a super private guy. I asked him for his number 1,000,000 times, but he said he doesn't feel comfortable giving his contact information to people. I managed to get his personal email address, but he doesn't really check his email.
His email. Oh my god, this is weird. Alana, please don't get offended by my asking you this, but are you sure the situation is like 100% what you think it is? Because it's all starting to sound a bit suspicious to me.
What do you mean? How is any of this suspicious?
Are you actually Richard's fiancé? Because it's starting to sound like you're not.
Don't make me laugh. Of course I'm his fiancé. He proposed to me a week ago. Did you forget about that already? We're engaged now. Bound to be married. And it's not like I'm the one who proposed. I literally heard Richard say it with my own ears. Is this jealousy? Are you trying to gaslight me because you feel like crap for not having a partner? If that's the case, doesn't look too good on you, buddy.
Oh my God, Lisa. Enough with this jealousy thing. I couldn't care less about you and Richard's relationship. But what's weird is that I just told all of this to Richard, and he seems very, very weirded out.
Huh? What do you mean, weirded out?
He seems creeped out, disgusted, confused. He doesn't understand what you're talking about and is very nervous about you being in front of his apartment. This whole situation kind of felt off to me, so I was showing your messages to him. And he freaked out when he saw what you were saying. He said he never proposed to you and never said anything about having feelings for you. He has no idea what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever seen Richard be like this. He's denying everything you're saying with every cell in his body.
Aww, he's just shy. He's always been super shy about us. It's actually so cute. Apparently, he was checking me out for a while, but was too nervous to come up and talk to me. I went up to him and introduced myself because I noticed him looking at me during our meetings.
Then how'd you get his phone number? Did someone give it to you? Because he said he doesn't remember giving you his phone number. Apparently, he was getting a bit freaked out because an unknown number kept calling him the last couple of weeks.
I wanted to stay connected with him no matter what. It might be hard for you to understand since you have a heart of steel or whatever, but when you're in love, there are times when you want to talk even if there's nothing to talk about. Even just listening to him do his chores or relaxing would have made me happy. Oh, and I got his number from a friend of his. I pretended to be Richard's friend and asked for his number.
Yikes.
Excuse me?
This is so messed up.
What the hell? Are you trying to say I'm messed up? How can you say something like that? Just because you can't get a boyfriend doesn't mean you're allowed to take out your frustration on me. I'm not the one that's messed up. You are.
No. That's not what I meant. Let's relax for a second. I didn't mean to insult you.
Don't tell me to relax. I am relaxed. I am completely calm. You're pissing me off right now. You're so mean, Alana. Can't you have some empathy for me? God, it's so exhausting talking to people like you. Can you just ask Richard which room he lives in?
I don't think it's a good idea for me to ask him that, given the context of everything you just said and how he's been reacting. This isn't going to be easy for you to hear, but I'm going to tell you the truth because I want to help you. Long story short, Richard isn't going to marry you. He was never going to marry you.
What? Why doesn't he want to marry me anymore? I don't understand. Why?
Lisa, listen to me. You two were never dating. He never asked you out. He never said anything about having feelings for you. And he most definitely did not propose to you. He's literally sitting next to me right now, telling me what to write to you. And he's not saying this because he's shy or he's a private person. This is the truth. I know it's hard to hear, but I think it's best for you if you accepted this and moved on before you embarrass yourself even more.
Are you being serious right now? He's saying all of this? If this is a joke, I will never forgive you. I don't understand. He told me he doesn't want me to work as much on the project anymore. I thought that meant he wants us to spend more time together outside of work.
What? How did you arrive at that conclusion? I think he meant what he said quite literally. Richard said he meant, don't work on this project anymore. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh my god. I'm so confused. But he said all of those sweet things to me. Are you saying when he told me that he doesn't want to see me occasionally, he didn't mean it as occasional isn't enough? And that he wanted to be with me all the time because he missed me?
Jesus, Lisa. You gotta learn to take things at face value. I get that you're a positive thinker and see yourself as someone deserving of a happy ending, but there's a limit to that. That interpretation might be convenient for your life plan or whatever, but you gotta admit it's a pretty massive stretch. Richard said he was trying to be as direct as possible because he was uncomfortable with your advances. But looking at your reaction, sounds like he wasn't direct enough.
This can't be true. I couldn't have imagined the whole situation. I'm not making any of this up. I felt it in the way he was looking at me. Oh my god. So if he didn't propose to me, that means I don't have a fiancé. I am not getting married. Which means I quit my job for no reason? I'm jobless and single now?
Yeah, it looks like that might be the case. I mean, do you have someone else you can marry? I like that you dream big, but this might have gone a little too far.
I can't believe this is happening to me. And why do you keep laughing? This isn't funny. God, I feel so stupid. And Richard, screw him. What a jerk. He led me on and now he's saying he was creeped out by me? I can't believe I liked someone like him. I feel like an idiot. Well, I guess that means I'll be coming back to work.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Since I'm not getting married, I need my job back. I'll come back to the office once I sort some other stuff out. I need to get a legal team together so I can sue Richard for abandoning our engagement.
And do you think the company is going to be fine with you coming back?
Why wouldn't they be? I was working there up until a few days ago. If anything, I'm sure they'd be happy I'm coming back.
I will be very honest with you, Lisa. You're not needed here anymore. And this is a unanimous opinion. You're always late, you miscommunicate important information to our clients, you mess up meeting times and locations, and there were significant delays in the projects and tasks you handled. On top of that, you resigned right in the middle of handling a client emergency. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's no place for someone like you in our teams anymore. We don't trust you handling projects or dealing directly with clients. You're more of a liability than an asset to the firm.
You don't have to be so harsh. Can't you see I'm struggling? And whether I come back or not isn't for you to decide. I'll just take it straight up to management. Plus, I'm sure the rest of the team would be happy if I came back.
Yeah, no. I just asked everyone here if they'd want you back, and it's a unanimous, big frickin' no way. I'm sorry, Lisa, but I think it's best you moved on from everything, including this job. It's the best thing for all of us.
Oh, come on! Don't say that! But what about all the times I made everyone laugh and smile and entertain them? People always told me I add a breath of fresh air to the firm.
What we need isn't an entertainer. We need someone with a sense of responsibility. Someone we can rely on. We can't make any money with charm. We need skills. Hard skills. Also, Richard might be making a harassment claim against you.
What? Why is he doing that? That's not necessary. Can you tell him that? I'll apologize to him for what happened.
It looks like you're going to have a lot to deal with in the coming weeks. I can't help you. This is all you're doing, and you're going to have to figure it out on your own. Adios, Lisa. Richard ended up filing a harassment claim against Alana after everything unfolded. A restraining order was placed on Alana. On top of all of this, Alana fought tooth and nail to get her job back. She came to the office numerous times, screaming and thrashing around in front of everyone at the firm. She ended up breaking some office equipment in the process. Apparently, she's being sued by the company for breaking and entering and damage to company goods. She's probably going to be slapped with a very hefty fine to settle the case. And with everything going on, rumors spread throughout the industry, and no one wants to hire her. She's broke, jobless, and single now. I honestly can't believe there are people like her in real life. I've heard stories, but seeing it happen in real time was insane. Oh, and on another note, Richard told me he has feelings for me. It was entirely unexpected, and I'm not entirely sure how I'll respond, but I'm feeling very happy about how things are going for me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.